matchup that should be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we can see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
He was taken down.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 7.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Burrow's pass.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 34-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, the 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And hitting Juju on the slant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll find Smith-Schuster again.
Allen's
and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Allen's pass.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 11 more yards that go around. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. The numbers for Mixon last week: 11 carries, 74 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And all the way down to the 37.
That's
a big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Michael Gallup His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
For the point after.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator and what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Sutton on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 1st down, Allen going top shelf for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
7-7 the score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Hey.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Tate.
Burrow's
and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards
a good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 45-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
53, Mike. Push him back.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for.
A gain of 29 yards.
7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Gronkowski unable to hang on. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Allen. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
57. Mike, 57.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Allen's pass.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 16
Another nice
yards.
gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
57 Mike. Mike 57. I know that.
Allen to throw once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
Mike.
Throwing again. Allen.
Hey.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and long.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That'll bring up 4th down as the Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now you just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
Right here. 53's a mark. 53. Check 53.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check. 55.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Bengals 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake. Because an extra point is not a piece of cake.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Allen's pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Browns who are out on top. Josh Reynolds, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Broncos on top. Drew Lock, over 300 yards through the air with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they trail the visiting Falcons in that one at halftime. The Falcons still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 25 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
10 yards on the pickup.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
That's good for 28 yards.
At the 5-yard line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
And again, it's Allen. Flushed out right.
What you got, heavy?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
James Conner, the ball carrier.
James Conner with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession, but I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Throwing on first down is Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 in his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's third down.
And 6 yards to go.
Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from the first down.
Stopped him in his tracks.
At their own 25-yard
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
They start the drive with Connor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
James Conner on
this drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Connor. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Connor, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
57's the mic. 57's
Now Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. High throw, but the catch is made. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Back now in Cincinnati. As we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I got him.
From midfield, here's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, You probably got a quarterback that's a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. He's got daylight. The 30. Past the 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Touchdown, Bengals.
And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. So let's see who this is on.
No!
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second and a yard at the 40-yard line.
57 to Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Allen going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete.
Allen's pass.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Smith-Schuster.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Oh, man!
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Allen's throw is complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
At the
second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
55. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's second down and goal.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
After the sack on first down, Allen, that's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Zach Gentry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
So Burrow and the Bengals down 21-17. A minute 52 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
Burrow's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Gallup.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Caught right side, Tate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. It's caught inside the 25.
At the 47-yard line.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. 36 yards on the play.
For a Cincinnati Bengals.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Tyler Boyd.
This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
Lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Defense.
What they call?
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Steelers' turn, trailing by a field goal. 33 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And hitting Juju on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
18 on the play.
As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. Allen. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're working this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
I'm here all day.
He'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
57 to Mike. They can't hang with us. 57.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Holding offense.
Oh, man, come on. Don't do us like that.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to potentially send us to overtime.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
What are they thinking? What are they thinking?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cincinnati, the win moves them to 12-1 now in the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to...
For the wins, came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't kill what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was top, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died on the coldest around, but he falling again and again? I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the win.